Hope everyone's week got off to a good start today, and hopefully we'll get our week off to a good start tonight and find some fire in our breaks. We are potentially going to have, I think, some unpaid teams to deal with, unfortunately, and I'm going to take a look at that here in a minute after we go over, there's a little pre-break information we always go over. And after we run through that, I'll take a look again and see what is still sitting unpaid at that point in time. And then potentially we'll have some teams possibly available in Impeccable, and I don't know what else. We'll see how it shakes out here in a few minutes. In the meantime, we'll give those folks a few extra minutes here to pay while we go over our information. Okay, so first up, feedback. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. I do it that way just to make it easier for you and to make it faster. Yeah, because I would be forever and a day trying to be caught up on feedback. This way, you're going to instantly get your positive feedback in return. And of course, the second message there to say thank you is by far the more important one, because I do appreciate you spending part of your evening with me. Those of you who bid and break and chat and hang out with me, so thanks for stopping by tonight. Looking now at breaks that are listed on eBay that we're going to be doing over the next 5 days. So tomorrow night, we've got a Leaf Autograph Multi-Sport jersey. All of those spots, guys, are listed in the football card category, and it's all listed by first letter of last name, okay? So Peyton Manning would be last name M, Hank Aaron, last name A, etc. We'll also open some more Leaf Best of Basketball tomorrow night and another case of Select Football. On Wednesday, it's a new release day. One product comes out, and that's 2019 Topps Heritage Baseball. So we will open a half case of that along with a fourth case of Impeccable Basketball. Along with a 3-box case of Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs on Wednesday night. I was getting ahead of myself. So 2019 Heritage and our autograph baseballs are Wednesday night. Thursday night, we do another case of Impeccable Basketball and another case of Select Football. Friday, we'll open another Gold Rush Trifecta football box. That has got 3 autographed memorabilia items in it. We'll open a Gold Rush autograph basketball jersey. The new 2019 release of that comes out Wednesday, I think is the actual release date. Contenders Optic Football, that is a Friday release. We'll open a 20-box master case, and we'll open a 4th case of Leaf Best Basketball. So Friday nights can be busy. Saturday, we'll just open that Heritage Baseball. The back half of that case we start on Wednesday night. We will finish up on Saturday night. So on this page, everything tonight is a paid shipping break. We didn't have any free shipping breaks tonight. It is Impeccable, Flash, and Plates and Patches. So all 3 of those I'm projecting should be on the way to you no later than Thursday. As always, I might be able to get some of it out sooner, but it shouldn't be any later than Thursday. And also consolation cards. So if you're in one of these 3 breaks and you don't pull a card, you don't get anything at all in the break itself, you are still going to get consolation cards that will ship to you when the rest of the break ships. So that's all the news to use there. Now I'm going to take you back to this view for a moment while I pull up and see what is unpaid here and figure out what we might need to be moving by way of chat. Okay, so it looks like we have got the Memphis Grizzlies, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Houston Rockets. All 3 are unpaid here in Impeccable. And I know you're going to be asking me the prices, so let me look that up. The Grizzlies, it looks like they sold for $46 was their bid amount. Let me look at the other stuff here. Sorry, it's going to take me a minute. Now, I'm going to give preference to somebody who would pick up all of the teams, or, if nobody wants all of them, if somebody wanted 2 versus somebody who just wanted 1. Obviously, the faster we can get these out the door, the better. The Rockets' last bid amount was $30, it looks like. And let me flip here into the other one and see what it is. That is the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Thunder was last bid at 37. So those are the three teams that are unpaid right now in Impeccable. The Rockets at 30, the Grizzlies were at 40, what did I say, 6, and then the Oklahoma City Thunder at 37. So does anybody want any one or all of those teams? So jump into chat and let me know. Understand I don't read email. I'm not looking at eBay messages. I'm literally looking only at chat right now. So, James, if I answered all the messages that I had when I got up and walked off from the computer, which was about maybe a couple of minutes before the break time. So any messages that I had at that point, obviously you would have an answer to. If you sent me a message in eBay after that point in time, then no, I would not have seen it. And you would have to let me know what that is about if you need something right now, because that means if I didn't reply, I didn't see it. So let's see here. You guys have got, Juan CA, you're asking about, well, okay. So let's back up here. Juan's asking what we've got that's unpaid. Right now, unpaid in Impeccable Basketball is the Grizzlies, the Rockets, and the Thunder. So, again, preference going to somebody who would take all three. The offer that I have right now, that's MJSLC, has offered $100 for all of them. Looks like Blake has offered $105. And Tim said you would take the Grizzlies and the Thunder at the full price, but you don't want the Rockets. So, of course, again, you guys know what my preference is going to be, which is to move all of these out at once is going to be kind of my preference. So, if whoever, Blake, you offered 105 for all of them, as far as I'm concerned, I think that's the easiest way to go. So, I'm fine. I'm fine with 105. I'm fine with 105 for all of it if you want to go that route, Blake. And if so, do you have my PayPal information, or do you need me to log in and invoice you, in which case I would need you to type in your PayPal information. Meanwhile, I'm going to need to cancel these unpaid orders here, so let me get that done on eBay and get them canceled out of here. And then I will update our spreadsheet really quickly to reflect the fact that that we don't have the original people in there. So bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. I know this part's boring. Nobody likes to have to sit and deal with all of this, but at the same time, you know what? We got people who bid and don't pay, so they kind of put us in a little bit of a hole. Okay, so Blake, if you want me to invoice you as opposed to you just logging into PayPal and sending it, then yes, I'm going to need you to please type in your email address, the one that you use for PayPal that you can access now while we're doing this, and then I will log into PayPal and do that. If you want to type that in there to into chat, I can get that taken care of. And everybody, thank you for your patience. Once again, I'm sorry for the delay. I know this part is a drag. Nobody likes it, myself included, but I do appreciate your patience while we get it sorted out here. So that's going to be Grizzlies, Rockets, and Thunder that I need to update on the spreadsheet. So let me get that done real quickly. The Grizzlies. This is... So, Blake, I'm just holding for you to give me that email address, please. If you can take care of that, it would be most appreciated so that I can go ahead and get the invoice over and we can get it paid and get the break underway here. So just hit me up with that in chat, please. Meanwhile, I'm going to get the Rockets and the Thunder switched over to you on the spreadsheet. There go the Rockets. There goes the Thunder. And that is all done. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there slowly but surely. I will get you there in a second. All right, I'm going to let you look at this again in case somebody's come in late in the meantime. And did what get blocked, Blake? Oh, maybe. So now I see what your email address is. All right, so let me jump in here into PayPal so that I can invoice you. So again, guys, that'll take a second. And of course, you've already heard me talk about the info you see on the screen. You probably already know it anyway, but for those who may have jumped in late or whatever, we'll just give you something interesting to look at while I'm doing this. Or maybe it's not too interesting, but it's better than just looking at nothing, I guess. We hope. Anyway. All right, so I've got to type in your email and then send you. I'll let you know as soon as this is sent, Blake. It's going to take me a minute to get it generated here. Okay. All right, there goes that. And there's probably going to be typos in the note I tried to add to this, but mainly that's just because I'm in a huge hurry. So ignore that part, Blake. You should see the money request sitting there in your email and or your PayPal account right now. So if you can please just let me know when you have received that and that we are good to go. Then once we get the okay from you, we'll know we're good to roll along there. Meanwhile, what we can do is get back over here. So this is going to be a 3-box case of 1819 Impeccable Basketball. This is a full case break. It is break number 3. And of course, everything that we're opening tonight ended tonight, Monday night, the 25th of February. Cannot believe February is almost over. It seems like just yesterday it was Christmas. So, of course, team names are on the left. The winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. Of course, we had 3 teams in here unpaid, which Blake was kind enough to pick up all 3 by way of a second chance offer. So, well, an unofficial one that we did here in chat. So that is why you see some of those teams there that say second chance Blake. So that's what that's about. And of course, if you're not in this break, don't worry, you're going to get a chance to see your name up there on the spreadsheet as soon as we do get to your particular product. Last little piece of info there is the background. Yes, it did go out of focus a tad little tiny bit, and that is on purpose, so don't worry. We're still going to be able to see everything that we need to see and all that. Yes, James, so guys, that sheet that I had up there for a while we were working on this, of course, was in fact the order that we're breaking in as well. So once again, that is Impeccable, and after Impeccable comes Flash Baseball, and after Flash Baseball comes Plates and Patches. And oh boy, I hit something weird over here. Hang on, sorry. I don't know what I just hit. I hit some button that gave me a strange view. I don't think it changed what you saw, but it definitely changed what I saw on my broadcast software, and yeah, I had to fix that back. Now maybe we're in a little bit of a groove. I think we possibly have an unpaid team in Flash Baseball too, but we will wait and see if that person manages to send in their payment during the time that we are opening Impeccable here. And so Tim, answering your question, and hi Tim, by the way, we may have another unsold in Flash Baseball, so we will check it after we do this, and if it's still setting unpaid, then yeah, we would kind of go through that same sort of scenario whereby we would offer it up. And then James, you said, oh, I think I did maybe see a message, something about something that looked really long and involved, and I did not have time to read it. I mean, I read it. I glanced at it, but there was just a couple of minutes left before the break. I didn't have time to actually like read it and understand, excuse me, understand what you were asking me and what needs to be looked at there. So I'll have to take care of that after the fact. It was actually, I think, think that was maybe the only one that I didn't get to because there was an unusual number of messages tonight, more so than the norm, and several of them took me a bit to get answered. So sometimes I just run out of time. It's always very crazy in the period where, you know, auctions have ended before the break is going to start, because I'm trying to invoice and answer questions and get the spreadsheet done and get everything set up, and sometimes I run out of time. When that happens, I do always go back and look at it later, of course. All right, so good luck, everybody. We are starting off nicely with a little stainless Luka. I wish that one had been signed, but still, that's a nice hit there for the Mavericks. Of course, as you see, it's got the protective plastic covering on it. When you peel that off, if you choose to do so, it would be a little more vibrant than what it looked like right there. Now our second stainless, this one usually is signed. One is and one isn't, has been the way these cases have gone. And it is Dante DiVincenzo for the Bucks. And of course, this one they have peeled the protective cover off of because, yeah, they peeled it off so he could sign it. And for some reason, the sleeve's all like funky. What's that about? Yeah, I don't know. It is just the sleeve, though. It doesn't appear to be anything other than that. So the Bucks with a signature. Here comes our ingot. Guys, this can be gold, and gals, or it can be silver. And looks like this one is a silver. It is numbered to 22, and for the Knicks with Alonzo Trier. And that's not a bad little hit there for the Knicks. I like Impeccable. Nice thick cardstock. I think the card design is nice. And I'm particularly happy that they've given us our little stainless cards, and one of them is autographed in every case. So I think that's a nice little addition as well. So all the cards in here are numbered, if you don't know that already, including our base. Marc Gasol is to 49 for the Memphis Grizzlies. Dennis Schroeder comes out for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That is numbered to 99. The Golden State Warriors is Kevin Durant to 35. And who is our first autograph hit here? Our first autograph hit is numbered to 10. That's a nice low one. And that is for the Cavaliers, Terrell Brandon for Cleveland. Little throwback there, I do believe. Next up, Rick Fox. Oh, that's cool. To 49 for the Lakers. This is one of the victory signatures, so it gives you, you know, the score of the game, the day of the game, and all that kind of stuff. I think those are kind of fun. And I like, you don't get a lot of Rick Fox autographs these days. They don't pull out of there too often, so nice to see that. This is also numbered to 49, and it's for the Spurs with Mr. Artis Gilmore. If you're a Spurs fan, it's always good to pull Artis. There's Bates Diop to 99 for the T-Wolves. And another Dante DiVincenzo. So if you got the Bucks tonight, you're kind of doing okay. That is numbered to 99. And I want to say maybe, Stanglover, do you have the Bucks tonight? I saw your message, and I can't remember. You said you never have any good luck in basketball, but try for, I think, did you say the Bucks? I think you did. I think that's what you said. Stanglover sometimes sends me some mojo messages before the breaks, and a lot of times it seems to work out for him. Karis LeVert and the Nets, numbered to 49. Then we have another Dennis Schroeder, that one to 99, Oklahoma City Thunder. Devin Booker to 35, Phoenix Suns. Autograph hit, oh wow, Rod Strickland for the Blazers, numbered to 10. Then it is Mike Conley. There comes a little mojo back for picking up the Grizzlies. It is numbered to 25 with a Mike Conley autograph. Vincent Edwards for the Rockets to 99. So there's back-to-back mojo for teams you picked up, because you picked up the Grizzlies, the Rockets, and the Thunder. So you got a couple of autographs back-to-back for your pickup teams. Not too bad. Mojo's looking out for you. Jerome Robinson to 99 for the Clippers. And then our last out of this box is numbered to 49. And it's Mutombo for the Nuggets. Little Denver Nuggets action there. So we are last box mojo time right here, because of course we're, well, technically I guess this year we're 2 packs per box, but we opened all the second packs right away. So this is what's left for our last box mojo. To 49, it's Zach LaVine, Chicago Bulls. Ben Simmons and the Sixers to 99. Then we have Russell Westbrook, Oklahoma City Thunder to 35. Oh, Stang Lover, you had the Pacers. Why did I think you were talking about the Bucks tonight in chat? I'm sorry, man. I was thinking you had the Bucks. I got myself confused then, didn't I? Numbered to 25 for the Clippers. You have Corey Maggette. Then numbered to 99. It is, oh boy, Tomjanovic. I don't think that's even remotely right. Anyway, it's for the Rockets. You know I butcher all the names. Even the easy ones I butcher. So come on, you saw that coming, right? As soon as you saw the name on the card, you saw that coming. It's Mikal Bridges for the Phoenix Suns with a nice relic there to go along. Oh, you have both. Okay, so you did have the Bucks tonight, so it did work out for you. All right, well, good. The Lakers to 99. That is Mikalik. And we have a redemption, and lucky for us, it's the very last card out of the last box, so you don't have to wait this time. You know, I usually keep them face down till the end of the break, but this is the end of the break. And it's Kobe Bryant, woohoo, Immortal Ink for the Lakers. And we're going to go to the Panini website and find out exactly what that will be numbered to, because it's going to tell us on the handy little checklist. And, of course, it will also tell us that he is a Laker. We know he's a Laker, but it's going to tell us on there. So, get my trusty little Sharpie out so we can label that up. And then we're going to head over to this Panini website and see what we can find out. Get a little more information about it here. Well, if I can get you over there. There we go. Now we're both on the same page. This took me a minute. And it is coming through here. We just have to go through all this little drop-down stuff. What did I say it was? Immortal Ink, right? Yeah, that's our card set. And Kobe Bryant, Los Angeles Lakers, is going to be numbered to 10. I had an idea it was going to be fairly low numbered, but to 10, well, that's just money right there, kids. Kobe to 10 out of Impeccable. Yeah, you can make a little coin on that, I think. So let's recap. Our ingot was silver. It is numbered to 22. It's Trier for the Knicks. I do not have a sleeve that will fit this card, but obviously I do have a way to ship it to you where you get it all nice and safe and sound, even though they don't make sleeves thick enough to put those in, which you kind of wonder why they don't, but they don't. The Lakers with a nice Kobe Bryant redemption, Immortal Ink, and that's going to be numbered 210. Our autographed plate was Dante, or stainless steel, I should say. It's not a printing plate. It is Dante DiVincenzo for the Bucks. And then we had ourselves a little Luka Doncic stainless for the Mavericks. Lakers with Mikal Bridges for the Suns. The guy whose name I butchered for the Rockets. Yeah. Tomjanovic or something, not even remotely like that. That's for the Clippers to 25. Here's Rockets again to 49 with Mutombo. The Clippers have Jerome Robinson. Vincent Edwards for the Rockets. The Memphis Grizzlies, Mike Conley to 25. Portland Trail Blazers to 10. That is Rod Strickland. There's another Dante DiVincenzo for the Bucks. The T-Wolves with Bates Diop. Artis Gilmore for the Spurs. The Lakers with Rick Fox. And then we started things off tonight with the Cavaliers and Terrell Brandon. So that is Impeccable Basketball, which is going to bring us headlong into some Flash baseball, some Leaf Flash. Now, the question is, did that team that was sitting there get paid or not? I'm not sure. So let me go look and see if we're still waiting for payment on it or if it got... so that didn't get paid either. And that is the Baltimore Orioles. And last bid on it was $21 and some change. So is anyone interested in the Baltimore Orioles in the upcoming Leaf Flash? Let me make a little note here on the spreadsheet that is currently unpaid so that we can go ahead and look through all of this. And then that way, while you guys are kind of... deciding if you're interested or not or what, I can be getting some of the stuff out of the case once I get the spreadsheet up and we can look at that. So one more time, everybody's seen this a lot by now, right? Expecting everything to be on the way to you no later than Thursday, possibly sooner. And if you get blanked and your team isn't pulled in any one of these breaks tonight, your consolation card or cards will ship out with the rest of the break. 12-box case of 2018 Leaf Flash Baseball. It's a full case break number 6. And of course it also ended tonight, Monday night, the 25th of February. The Baltimore Orioles is the unpaid team, which is currently up and running and available. It looks like maybe, Kent, are you interested in it? I see you typed in sure, so I'm thinking maybe that means you want to pick it up. If you can just verify for that, if you could please verify that for me, I would appreciate it. I think that's what you mean. I was busy there doing my, Elmer Fudd impersonation, apparently, and couldn't get it out. So, yeah, you do want them. Okay, awesome. I will pencil that in there for you momentarily on the spreadsheet. Do you, Kent, happen to have my eBay email, my payment email? If you don't, I can type it in there for you. Okay, yeah, let me type it in there for you then real quick. And kids, this is not an email I use for correspondence. So I found an email in there today in spam. I mean, honestly, I don't check this email very much, okay? Because I really just kind of use it for PayPal and a few things that I've just had set up for automatic billing and things for years, and I've never wanted to switch it. But I don't use it for regular correspondence. So today I found an email in there, or actually it was late last night, I think, that had been in there for, I guess, like 3 weeks in spam with somebody, and I don't even know who the somebody is, telling me they mistakenly paid for something, and I have no idea who it is or what it's about, and there it was, sitting in spam for 3 weeks. So once again, please remember that is not an email I use for correspondence. You want to hit me up through eBay messages as you're always your best bet to get me with correspondence. You can also try leaderofthepackbreaks@gmail.com, but if I don't know something's coming in there, I'm not super likely to check that incessantly. eBay messages is definitely the one I check the most often. So Kent, I presume that you saw where I typed it in. Let me know when you've got it all squared away or if you have any problems with it. Otherwise, I'll just be working my way through getting all of this out of plastic and the seals cut. You got it? All right, awesome. Thank you, sir. So, Leaf Flash Baseball. I would imagine that most everyone knows this by now, and if you don't, it really means you did not read my description at all. But these go to the current team for the players. because, once again, Leaf does not use team logos or official team names on their products because they can't. Contractually, they cannot. Neither can Panini for baseball. Now, with Panini, of course, they choose to list the city name, but Leaf does not. So therefore, with Leaf products, I send them to the current team, the player's current team as of right now, today, this moment in time. And of course, we use MLB.com and MILB.com to sort those things out for us if there's any question about it. And I think the vast majority of people who break Leaf do it the same way. Now, buyback products, obviously, that doesn't come into play because most of those are going to have team names and logos on them. But I'm talking about Leaf original cards like these are. So that's the way they are distributed. This might be my last case of Flash as well. I didn't see any more full cases when I looked today, so I don't really think I have any more. I wouldn't 100% swear to that, but I don't think so. But that's all right. We'll have plenty more coming. There's plenty more Leaf baseball. We'll be starting 2019 Leaf football before long. And they're doing some different things this year, making some jumbo versions of things and making some interesting kind of changes to a few products. So, yeah, Leaf's always fun though. Okie dokie, let me go in and I gotta update the spreadsheet real quick there to reflect that Kent picked up that team. We gotta go in and get this Baltimore Orioles taken care of out of eBay, and we're gonna be good to go here. All right, let me just update one more little thing on my spreadsheet so I know what is going on later when I go back to print some invoices tonight. That will help me remember that Kent picked up that team. All right, so that I think is done. I think that's all of our unpaid for tonight. Let me double check that really quickly as well, but I believe that's all of our unpaid for tonight. So as soon as I can get that loaded, I will be able to answer the question for you. Come on, eBay. Some of these pages, they load so slowly. I don't know why. Not awaiting shipment. No, I need to see awaiting payment. eBay, work with me. All right, yeah, that's it, guys. So, yeah, we're good now that everything else the rest of the way through, plates and patches, is all paid up. That was the only unpaid here, and we now have that squared away, so we're in good shape. Onward and upward with, hopefully, good luck behind us and the sailing along behind us. So, we are starting out with Jared Kalenic, who, of course, is a Seattle Mariner. Next up is Jason Schroeder. Jason is numbered to 15. And Jason, I always have to double check him. I cannot ever remember where he goes. I have a mental block about him. He is an Astro. Steele Walker comes out for the Chicago White Sox. There's Jackson Kowar to 10 for the Kansas City Royals. Ryan Weathers, redemption for the Padres. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Blue Jays, numbered to 50. So Toronto, I know that makes you happy because that's probably your primary target. Came out of box number 1. That's always a good feeling. You can just enjoy the rest of the break. Josh Stowers, he is a Yankee. Was traded last month. There's Nico to 50 for the Cubbies. Nick Schnell, Tampa Bay Rays. Ethan Hankins to 50 for the Indians. Jonathan Loaiziga, redemption, Yankees. Wander Franco, nice one for the Tampa Bay Rays because guess what? It's also numbered to 15. Sweet. Hey, Kenton, thank you for picking up the Orioles, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not in my haste to get everything done, but if I didn't, of course, yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Sean Jelly, San Francisco Giants. Xavier Edwards. Xavier's another one I have to jot down because I don't ever remember him. He's a Padre. Andrew Kenzer. Andrew has a low number to 10. He is a St. Louis Cardinal. Joey Bart comes out. Giants. Alec is here for the Phillies. There's your number 1 overall draft pick, Casey Mize, numbered to 50. So we had Casey, number 1 overall, and Joey Bart, the number 2 overall, came out of the same box. That's kind of cool. Braxton Ashcraft is a Pittsburgh Pirate. Bo Naylor for the Indians to 25. It was also first in the series, number 1 of 25. You know how I love that. Joe Gray is a Brewer, numbered to 10. Ryan Rollison, Colorado Rockies. Jordan Groshans. Jordan is a Toronto Blue Jay. There's Mr. Acuna for the Braves. And it's numbered to 25, no less. Hey, hey. You like that if you've got Atlanta. All right, we have ourselves another Colorado Rocky with Grant Levine. Junior Severino, 220. He is a Minnesota Twin. Will Banfield, I think, is a Marlin. Let me double check him, though. He's one I have a tendency to say incorrectly. Oh, I got it right that time. He is a Marlin. How about that? I get lucky every once in a while on him. Griffin Roberts, St. Louis Cardinals, to 50. Jordan Adams for the Angels, to 50. A Juan Soto redemption for the Nationals. Lyon Richardson for my Cincinnati Reds, numbered to 25. DJ Peters and the Dodgers. Urias for the Padres, numbered to 50. Mason Denneberg, Nationals. Grayson Rodriguez to 50. Grayson is an Oriole. Another Juan Soto. A couple of Soto redemptions already. We're not even, maybe, what, halfway through about. So, Nationals, you're kind of doing okay at the moment. Nolan Gorman makes the St. Louis Cardinals happy. Daniel Lynch to 15 for the Royals. Mike Ciani, my Cincinnati Reds. Julio Pablo Martinez, Texas Rangers. Nick Madrigal, White Sox. And Jared Kelenic again for the Mariners. That one numbered to 15. Valera, Indians, numbered to 15. A Joe Adell redemption for the Angels. Michael Grove, Dodgers. Travis Swaggerty, I like that kid, to 50 for the Pirates. There's another Severino for the Minnesota Twins, and that one is numbered to 5. So, really nice to hit that one. A second Wander Franco. That is a second Wander Franco, isn't it? Well, it is a Wander Franco to 50 for the Tampa Bay Rays, and I want to say it's the second one we've pulled out of here. Maybe I'm not 100% sure. Kelenic is the Mariners. Correct. As I said, he is the Mariners. So that was the whole little deal, guys, with me explaining at the top of the break that it goes to the current team and why it's listed in the listing description that it goes to the current team and why it's on all the checklists as the Mariners, because it goes to the current team. Tristan Casas for the Red Sox. Shane Bieber to 15. And Shane Bieber is an Indian. Yeah, Kelenic has not been a Met, guys, since back in December. He was traded way back in December. Jackson Coar to 35 for the Kansas City Royals. Matthew Liberatore is the Tampa Bay Rays. Sean Jelly to 50 for the Giants. There's Bo Bichette. That's another nice one for the Blue Jays to 25. Simeon Woods Richardson, Mets. Osiris Johnson. You know, we haven't seen him come out in a while. He's numbered to 25. He's another one I tend to call the wrong team. He is a Marlin. Osiris is a Marlin. Jeremiah Jackson, Angels. Parker Meadows to 25. I think Parker's a Pirate. Let's double check him. He's a Tiger. I called him wrong. Parker Meadows, right here, is a Detroit Tiger. This is Alec Thomas for the Diamondbacks. Yeah, Tim, I mean, I do state in the description, it's always said down at the bottom that it goes to current teams. I made a point of also putting it up at the top of the description. It's in there probably 2 or 3 different places where it says players go to the current team. So I'm sorry if you didn't see that, man, but it is definitely in there. And if you check any of the online checklists, I believe they all also correctly list him as a Mariner. Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. That's a nice one. I mean, I don't think there's going to really be too many, if any, breakers that would still be giving him out to a former team. I mean, maybe somebody does. Maybe somebody that doesn't know he was traded 2 months ago or whatever. But I would think it would be unusual to find a breaker sending him to the Mets in this product. But I guess anybody can do it any different way they want, but that definitely stated in the description that it goes to the current team in multiple places. Logan Gilbert for the Mariners. Joe Adele for the Angels. There's Griffin for the Blue Jays. Caden Grenier for the Orioles. Jonathan India, Cincinnati Reds. Ooh, there's a nice Joey Bart on Brilliance to 50, San Francisco. All right, we are on Last Box Mojo, kids. It is Peter Alonso for the Mets. Cole Roederer for the Cubbies. You have a little Anthony Siegler to 50 for the Yankees. Shane McClanahan, Tampa Bay Rays. And Louis Robert comes out for the White Sox to 50. And last out, well, we did get a nice little Last Box Mojo, didn't we? Because that is Nolan Gorman to 5 for the Cardinals. So that is a nice little last box and last hit out of the last box. Nolan Gorman to 5. All right, let's recap this. So, guys, I'm not going to read off all the teams and numbers and all that again because, of course, if we did, it would be the equivalent of doing the entire breakover because everything in here is hits. But what we are going to do, of course, is just another little pass through here for anybody who might have jumped in late or you just want a second look. You can't remember, you know, who came out, whatever the case may be. Now's your chance to take a little quick second look at everything that came out of Flash Baseball. But yes, another reason, guys, that I do current teams is because Leaf doesn't publish a checklist that identifies a team for this, okay? Like Topps and Panini, they would. Leaf does not, nor do they put the city name on there. So you have to make a decision about what to do. I think current team makes the most sense. Here's one of the reasons why I do that. Some breakers would say, oh, well, I'm only going to rely on group break checklists. Well, A, they can make mistakes, and I've seen mistakes on their checklist before. Then you'd be giving out something based on an incorrect item on a checklist. But then the other problem with that is in the last Leaf baseball product we had, which was back in January, they had Kalinick as a Met for maybe a week or something. And then somebody must have told them, oh, yeah, you know he's a Mariner now. So, like, then they suddenly change him to a Mariner. So if you're relying on a publicly maintained checklist like that from a public website, you could have potentially had breakers doing a case one day with him as a Met and the next day when they fixed it as a Mariner. You know, that kind of stuff just isn't consistent. Super easy to determine whose current team. That's easy. You can go to MILB or MLB.com and it'll tell us. what the current team is. It will tell us what the transactions are for any given day, if someone's been traded or not. So that way we can keep up with it very easily and readily. Oh, I see James is having a moment. Well, I'm sorry, James. I would always recommend, if you don't like what we're chatting about, there is always volume and mute, and they can definitely be your friends. So if you are unhappy with the conversation that we're having at any given time, I would certainly encourage you to use one of those two options. So we are heading now into Plates and Patches football, which is our last break of the evening. This is also our last case of Plates and Patches football. And this is, of course, once again expected to be on the way to you no later than Thursday the 28th, okay? And a lot of times stuff gets out sooner, but it shouldn't be any later than that. Same as our other breaks. If it happens that you do not pull cards in here, you are still going to get a package in the mail, and that would be your consolation card or cards. And you know what? Sometimes people have good luck with that, so don't give up, in other words. So once again, this ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 25th of February. You have got the team names on the left-hand side, and our winning bidders are across from it there on the right-hand side. And everything is paid in here, so we don't have to worry about trying to move any unpaid or unsold teams. We can just rock right on with this one. Makes life much easier when we don't have to deal with that. Tony, you're looking for some Colts tonight? Well, then let's try to find you some Colts in here tonight. So if you haven't opened Plates and Patches before, it is a 1-pack per box product. And of course, hence part of the name, we do find a printing plate in every one of these. And in one of our boxes, we should find 2 printing plates. One would be autographed and the other wouldn't. So that's usually 1 box per case will give us that extra autographed printing plate hit. And our printing plates, of course, again, this is all you guys all probably know this, but printing plates are always going to be 1-of-1s. They are always going to have various kind of marks on them. They can have scuff marks and scratch marks. Sometimes they have a little bend or a dent in it. Sometimes they have numbers or letters or things printed on them. And just consider it part of the charm of the printing plate, because they are actually used in the making of the card. So that is why they don't come out all minty mint and perfect when they're printing plates. But I think it's kind of cool. It's like a little bit of the history of it, you know? You own something that is unique to you. So I think they're fun. Some people like them better than others, the plates, I mean, but I've always kind of enjoyed them. I think they're fun little mementos, whether they're signed or otherwise. And of course, in addition to our printing plate, we're going to have 1 autograph card per box, 1 memorabilia card per box. Every once in a while, you might have something that has a redemption in it. And when we find we'll talk about redemptions first. If we find a redemption, it's going to usually stay face down until the end of the break. And then at the end of the break, I flip them all over at once, and we go to the Panini website and we check them out. And we find out what team it's going to be, what it's going to be numbered to, and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes we pull points. If we pull a Panini points card out of here, then that we will give out by way of random.org at the end of the break. And typically, if we find a points card, it means it has replaced one of our hits. Most of the time, not always. Every once in a while, they'll throw in a points card as an extra thing. They did that this year in, what was it, guys? Contenders, I think. Or they had some points cards that didn't replace hits. They were just in there as like bonuses. But most of the time when you get them, it means a hit's been replaced. So Sanctum, we do not have any spots open in Plates and Patches. Everything in here was actually paid for tonight in this break. Everybody got their bills paid. Thank you, everybody, for that. Appreciate you getting it all paid up and ready to roll. Always makes life a little easier when we don't have to stop and try to sell through things and all that. So Greg Olson is our first out. Once again, every card in here that you see is going to be numbered. That's just the way of plates and patches for the most part. That was the Carolina Panthers. This is Ezekiel Ansah. It is numbered to 30 for the Detroit Lions. For the Denver Broncos, double coverage relics with Royce Freeman and Bradley Chubb, numbered to 65. Both of those are nice relics. And then we have for the Redskins, a little Chris Thompson autograph for Washington. That is numbered to 75. And our printing plate out of this box, Mike Ditka, Cowboys. It's out of course, all the printing plates are 1 of 1. This one is out of 2017 Immaculate Football. It was the magenta plate, it says. Number 299, Amari Cooper for the Cowboys. Numbered to 50 for the Jets. You have, oh, you know I'm going to butcher his name, so let's just stick with Quincy. That one we know I can pronounce properly. Gordon and Williams, dual relic for the Chargers. That numbered to 85. Seahawks are going to hit with Rashad Penny. And Rashad is numbered to 99, relic, and that is a sticker auto on that one. And our printing plate here is Evan Ingram, Giants, out of 2017 NT Football, the yellow plate. For the Vikings, that is Thielen, numbered to 99. Mike Evans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that is numbered to 50. The Vikings come through once again. This one is Dalvin Cook to 99 with dual relics. Nick Chubb, Cleveland Browns. Nick is numbered to 99, also sticker. Basically, just assume they're going to be sticker autos unless I say it's hard signed. That might be the easier way to do it. And our printing plate looks like it's out of Classics Football. It is Russell Wilson out of 2018 Classics. You can definitely see an example of what I was talking about on this one. You've got some black lines running through it and various things there on the back. But usually that kind of stuff, the marks and the dents and the dings and whatnot, are usually more visible or sometimes entirely visible from the back and not so much from the front. So they still are nice. Alshon Jeffrey to 99 for the Eagles. Shaquem Griffin to 50 for the Seahawks. For the Bears, it is Anthony Miller. And Anthony Miller is numbered to 50. Here comes Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. And Josh is numbered to 25. Nice low number, hard signed autograph there for the Buffalo Bills with your rookie quarterback. And our printing plate is Harold Landry out of 2018 Classics. And, of course, it's got the college team on there, so it's going to go to his current NFL team. And I think, is Harold Landry, guys, is he a Tennessee Titan? I'm not 100% sure. But it will be the current team for Harold Landry because he was on that particular card in his collegiate uniform. Numbered to 99, Mitch Trubisky for the Chicago Bears. For the Rams, that is numbered to 20, Jared Goff. The New York Giants have a little Saquon Barkley to 15. And now look at that. That's numbered to 15, and it's like pretty much an all-white relic. Got a little tiny bit of blue up there in the corner. I was thinking, oh boy, it's a 15. That's going to be a pretty cool relic. I mean, it is probably part of a number, so I guess it is cool in that sense. But sometimes you'll get a high-numbered thing, and the relic is amazing. Other times you get a really low numbered card and the relic is kind of average. But either way, numbered to 15 is a good thing. This is Troy Brown for the Patriots with a Hall of Fame signature. And this is the only thing that we find in plates and patches that is a regular, what I would call a typical card. The rest of them are the thicker card stock. But they'll put in the Super Bowl card or a Hall of Fame card that is a more of a traditional, thin, regular card, whatever you want to call it. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks out of 2017 NT Football. So another Russell Wilson 1-of-1 printing plate. Well, that would be the wrong sleeve. Let's try that again with the correct sleeve. Might make life a little, a little bit easier. Numbered to 10, that is Terrell Suggs for the Ravens. DeAndre Hopkins to 50 for the Texans. Jason Witten comes out for the Dallas Cowboys. That is numbered to 55, triple relics, and they gave us all white again. We have ourselves a Playmaker's signature for the Eagles. That is Jake Elliott, numbered to 99. That is also a hard-signed autograph for Philadelphia. A printing plate is out for our Darius Stewart and the Jets. That is from 2017 Illusions Football. You can see it's got some numbers and letters and some kind of other stuff imprinted on the back of it. That's one of the, I don't know why some of the printing plates have that and some of them don't, but anyway, sometimes we get it. Stang Lover looking for some Broncos. Let's try to get you some Broncos, man. I'm going to try to find you some in here. It's Big Ben to 99 for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Then we have numbered to 20 coming out for the Bills. You've got a little Charles Clay. Here comes Kiki QT for the Texans. Kiki is triple relics numbered to 55. Mason Rudolph is going to make an appearance here for my Pittsburgh Steelers. A trio of patches. It's numbered to 35. And all three of those patches are pretty cool. We had some other Mason Rudolph triple patches recently, and they also had really nice patches on all three of them. So, for whatever reason, whatever uniform they cut up for Mason Rudolph, they put all the good stuff in there. Joey Bosa and the Chargers. Our printing plate is out of 2017 Immaculate Football. Will Dissly, that is numbered to 10 for the Seahawks. Ryan Fitzpatrick, numbered to 30 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For the Kansas City Chiefs, you have a little Tyreek Hill, numbered to 85. Willis McGee, Baltimore Ravens, numbered to 30, hard-signed autograph. Our printing plate is O.J. Howard, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, out of 2018 Panini Football, and it's the cyan plate. Stang Lover, I am kind of surprised we haven't seen much of your Broncos yet. You know they come out of everything 2018 pretty readily, so I got to think we're going to find you some before we get finished with this. I would imagine so anyway. Numbered to 99, it's Todd Davis and the Broncos. Right on cue, right? I just realized I had stacked, why did I stack our Chiefs relic I had put over there with our numbered cards? So making sure I didn't set anybody else over there on those numbered cards. Calais Campbell to 50, Jags. Joey Bosa, Chargers. That's a nice looking relic. It's actually a really very, very cool relic. Numbered to 45. Tennessee Titans with a Corey Davis hard signed autograph numbered to 25. And our printing plate here is Carlos Hyde and the 49ers. It's out of 2017 National Treasures Football. We're not too far in the offing from 2018 National Treasures. We don't have far to go. And we're going to be busting into that. Blake Bortles to 99 for the Jags. Greg Olsen, that is numbered to 30, Panthers. Kansas City Chiefs are about to have a trio of relics here from Kareem Hunt and Pat Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, and our trio is numbered 299. Traquan Smith autograph coming your way if you have the Saints. That is numbered to 50. Nice, good size patch there. Whoops, we got a printing plate left. I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, see, no wonder I left him sitting there. Santonio Brown out of 2017 National Treasures football for my Pittsburgh Steelers. I did see where the Oakland Raiders are going to get to stay in their stadium, so everybody, I think, well, I at least have been pretty interested to see what was going to happen with them since their Vegas stadium won't be ready for the 2019 season, and it didn't look like Oakland was going to let them stay. For a while, it seemed like they were going to end up in San Diego, but I guess today they made a deal to play in their same stadium there, play in the Coliseum again for next year before moving to Vegas. To 99, the Broncos, Davis. Rex Burkhead to 50 for the New England Patriots. Clowney numbered to 45 for the Texans. There's your Broncos staying lever. Deshaun Hamilton comes out with a trio of patches and an autograph alongside it, and it is numbered to 35. And our printing plate here is Royce Freeman. Back-to-back Broncos for staying lever. That's out of 2018 Luminance football. So we are now headed into Last Box Mojo. This is the last box out of the last pack, or the last case that I have of plates and patches. Unless I'm able to pick some up later on the secondary market, we'll be waving goodbye to this one for now. To 99, that is the Kansas City Chiefs with Sammy Watkins. This is numbered to 50, the Washington Redskins with Jamison Crowder. For the Browns, Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb, dual relics, numbered to 85. That's nice on Baker's in particular. Although actually they're both kind of nice. You got both colors on each of them, which, as you know, can be kind of hard to do. Oh, and we didn't get an extra printing plate out of this case. Normally we do. You get an extra autographed one out of one of the boxes typically, but we didn't out of here. Instead, we got a Trent Dilfer autograph to 50 for the Baltimore Ravens. That is a hard-signed autograph. And then our final printing plate is the Green Bay Packers and Kevin King out of 2017 playoff football. So we did not get our extra autograph printing plate like we sometimes get, but we also didn't get any rewards points, so we didn't have to deal with any of that, and we didn't get any redemption, so I guess overall we're still in pretty good shape, huh? We'll recap it. Green Bay Packers printing plate for Kevin King, Mike Ditka and the Cowboys, Evan Ingram Giants, Russell Wilson Seahawks, Harold Landry. Again, that's his collegiate information. I believe he's a Titan. I'll double check it before I ship it out. That is Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, are Darius Stewart and the Jets, Joey Bosa, Chargers, O.J. Howard, Buccaneers, Carlos Hyde for the 49ers, Antonio Brown, Steelers, and Royce Freeman, Broncos. It's a hard-signed autograph for the Eagles with Jake Elliott. You have a trio of patches for Jason Witten and the Cowboys. A little Hall of Fame signature for the Patriots with Troy Brown. Saquon was numbered to 15 on that relic for the Giants. Josh Allen is hard-signed, numbered to 25 for the Bills. Anthony Miller and the Bears. Nick Chubb for the Browns. Numbered to 99, you have a little Dalvin Cook for the Vikings. Rashad Penny to 99 for the Seahawks. The Chargers with dual relics numbered to 85 with Gordon and Williams. Chris Thompson for the Washington Redskins. Royce Freeman and Bradley Chubb, Broncos. Oh, I forgot we hit that earlier for your Broncos, Stang Lover. I had forgotten about, or is that the one we hit? No, yeah, it's a different one. I had forgotten about it. Trent Dilfer, Ravens. For the Browns, Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb. Deshaun Hamilton to 35, Broncos. For the Texans, it's Clowney. For the Saints, Traquan Smith. Kansas City Chiefs with a trio of relics. Corey Davis, hard-signed autograph to 25 for the Titans. Joey Bosa and the Chargers. Kansas City Chiefs with Tyreek Hill. Willis McGee for the Ravens, hard-signed, numbered to 30. Mason Rudolph, nice relics for all three of them, really. Numbered to 35 for the Steelers. And then finally to 55 for the Texans is Kiki QT. So that is it for our breaks tonight. I will go ahead and put up the spreadsheet information here one final time for anybody who might have missed it. We'll take a look at the breaks that are coming up in the days ahead. We will also look at your shipping, potential shipping dates. So once again, everything tonight, I'm anticipating to be out the door on or before Thursday. And if you didn't pull something in your break tonight, if your team did not pull a single card, you are still going to get a package in the mail. You'll still get consolation cards, get a chance at maybe having a little better luck there. So everybody will get packages of some sort headed your way. And then in the days ahead, so tomorrow night, it is a Leaf Autograph Multi-Sport Jersey, Leaf Best Basketball, and Select Football. On Wednesday, Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs, an inner case of 3. And 2019 Heritage Baseball is a Wednesday release. We'll break a half case of that as well. On Thursday, Impeccable Basketball will break again, as will Select Football. On Friday, another Gold Rush Trifecta Football box that's got 3 autographed memorabilia cards in it. Oh, Michael, yeah, sorry, man. I don't even know why it let you pay for that, because actually I did have to cancel your order on that because it wasn't paid. It got resold. So if you would do me a favor and shoot me a message on eBay letting me know that it let you pay for it. It shouldn't have once it's canceled. I don't know why it did, but at any rate, I will go in, of course, and take care of refunding that for you if you'll just shoot me that little reminder, please, sir. Sorry about that. I mean, you know, it was unpaid, so we resold it there right before the break. So once again, Friday night is Trifecta Football, Gold Rush Autograph Basketball Jersey, the 2019 ones that have just been released here recently. And then a master case of Contenders Optic Football, which is a Friday release. So we're going to break all 20 boxes, both of the 10-box inner cases. We're going to break it all at once on Friday night. And Leaf Best of Basketball case number 4 will be Friday night. On Saturday, we'll break the back half of that Heritage case that we start on Wednesday. We will finish it up on Saturday. So that has everything under control here tonight for us. I think our break is all finished up. Once again, thanks for being here. I appreciate you spending part of your evening with me. Hopefully, I will see you again soon. In the meantime, take care and have a good week. Thanks now. Bye.